homies chat. The podcast THC. Two homies chat. Can you let me ask you something? Just two homies chat. There we go. Yeah, we're in. We can't let anybody miss out on this conversation because your brown gear is so crazy, dude.
That's where we're probably going to start. I assumed we would probably start
think
there. So. I'm hyped. I'm fired up.
You should be.
Yeah, Cleveland Browns are playing in Super Wild Card Weekend playoffs. I got it. I pull it out for you. You know that. Whenever we do the show, I was going to hang jerseys. I just kind of like ran out of time, but it's really everywhere.
Let's just so the listeners know, right? It looks like I can't tell if that's a towel or a blanket or like a grill cover in the backpack on the like behind the brownie's hat to your right. Yeah. What is that? A towel?
It's a blanket.
It's a blanket. Okay.
It's
I thought grill cover.
It's actually thrown over several bags of old clothing.
So that's all right. That's all right. We got to clean.
I'm flossing my drip while I'm also hiding something.
Hey, I love that. Floss the drip. Right? Nobody knows. That's magicians are hiding shit all the time. We got a cornhole, the Cleveland Browns cornhole set. We got another blanket.
Shout out, Pops. Appreciate you.
Shout out Kenneth Ainge. Then Junior. We got Junior, the second. Kenneth Ainge for this. We got some more Browns blankets. We got Browns beanies. We got Browns like a classic. Like let's just throw it out there, like 1976 bomber jacket. Just fucking fire.
Yeah, it's from the 80s. It's a Carl Banks. This thing is a gem. Shout out all the like Michelle and the in-laws, the Richards. They all pitched in. They found this thing at like a thrift store. It's an original, like probably late 80s, like leather jacket. And it's the jam. It's fresh.
Dude,
like original from
sick.
Jam, the Carl Banks.
Like you just look great. You look like a guy who's ready for a 4:30 p.m. Eastern game.
I am
in Houston.
In the dome.
Right.
I'm all bundled up and it's gonna be in a dome. I'd be sweating my balls off.
Dude,
it's so cold. I got Flacco fever. I was sweating already.
Dude, it's hard to when I was listening to McAfee, he's like Flacco's like 5-0 in first round playoff games. I'm like, dude, that's tough. Like
I'm trying to just stay with my pads and be where I'm at and be in this moment. But yeah, it's hard not to think there's some things, just the line is just too good. Like the way the path is just, you're like, you know, when you see things sometimes and you're like, yo, universe, I think I see what you're up to here, and I'm down. And I don't know. I'm trying to I'm a Browns fan, right? Like for at least a strong 16 years. But I must say, like my whole life, because it's rooted in the family, but not as strong as I am now.
Blood, bro. Etched in blood.
It's just in there. I just feel it. But like at least 15 years. So I've been through some. I lived through one in 31 over 2 years. So I try not to get too, like, I understand, like it's the playoffs and it's the 14 best teams, and the Texans are going to be a different team than we saw 2-3 weeks ago.
I think it's a favorable matchup for you.
It is. What they do well is what we stop the best. And it's a test. It's like the level 1 quarterback, and then if things look the way they look, we got to go to Baltimore next.
I texted you a while back and I said, man, something tells me Flacco is just going to lead the Browns past the Ravens, bro. Like it's
too much of a story, man. I called it at Christmas
to
my brother-in-law's a Ravens fan, and I was just like, that's going to happen. He's like, even he had love for Flacco. He's like, if it does, I love that guy.
You gotta love him.
I loved it. I love me some Joe Flacco.
It's interesting. Now here, just a couple deets. Okay, I do see here on ESPN that both the writers of this specific article are picking the Texans. Right.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, and Joe Flacco is like I can't remember what it is. He's like 11-3 as an underdog in the playoffs or some shit like that. Like it's like a crazy winning percentage. But I do think one thing that's not talked about is like like the game is much different in the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
And I think you guys will have an advantage because one, I think the Browns just proved that defense can win championships, right? Like just like historically, it doesn't matter if you have a guy who can manage the game and doesn't turn the ball over a bunch and gets into your athletes, like defense can win a lot of things.
Mhm.
And then the Texans don't really have a defense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you
They'll
got
be
like this,
better than before, but
yeah, they'll be better, but like
the
it's
homie's back. The
different.
dude from Alabama, right? Is it Will Anderson?
Yeah, but like it's still different, right? Like
It's
it's just
different.
playoffs. It's tighter, pressure, right? Like one
Faster.
mistake
Yeah.
feels like 10 mistakes, you know? And like I just feel like the advantage is in a game where like you guys have like this Cleveland versus the world attitude. Look at us. We've had Deshaun, we've had
Five
Dorian
quarterbacks,
Thompson,
all the
Robertson,
injuries,
Flacco, and like you get to play a rookie quarterback in his first NFL
right?
start
With
versus
Jim Schwartz calling the defense,
and you have like
defensive player of the
What this is
year,
Flacco's like what how many games has Flacco played in the playoffs? Like yeah,
17, I
a
think.
Super Bowl MVP, right?
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I'm just
He's been
saying,
there.
I think it's funny that people are sleeping on the Browns. And Kenny, I think it was like after what was it? It was after like Flacco just dismantled the Jets, right? And I think I sent you a message. I was like, I just put $5 on the Browns winning the Super Bowl. So
Yeah,
they
you
got my
did.
fucking fanhood,
Yeah,
bro.
that's right.
I'm gonna ride your
Yeah.
coattails.
A lot of things I
Oh.
see are people all picking the Browns. The Browns were, I think, favored on the road, but it's like, so I'm glad to hear that. Not, I always get nervous when everybody starts picking a team. I don't care what team and whose team it is. Like whenever I see it on the TV and all the people are picking that team, I'm like, that's not, that's wrong. So I'm glad to hear that. It's going to be close. It's going to be a good game. I'm pumped on that. Starting off the weekend, it's going to be an epic weekend. The playoffs is exciting. There's like a lot of going back to where you started storylines that are kind of cool and saucy, if you will,
So
that we
sad.
should probably chat about after we have a beer.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad that you said that because I had some soup before this and I kind of
Oh,
burnt my
nice.
mouth and I've been
Oh,
waiting to cool it off.
oh, well,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, by all means, crack a beer, start us off. I'm
you know
sure you got
what?
something special. I mean, everybody knows. I mean, if this is your first time listening to the show, maybe you saw a link, maybe you're in Madagascar and saw the billboards. I don't know. Um, One of the things that we like to do here is share beers as friends virtually and highlight awesome beers from super dope local microbreweries that we can find. So please enjoy that segment of the show as we do that. Thank you, Madagascar.
First,
Okay,
I don't know if
floor is
you've
yours.
seen the billboards around Madagascar.
Maybe you just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is that's fucking funny. And dude, I'm rocking some cheap fun tonight,
Oh,
bro.
you
Some
love
pub
that pub
beer.
beer. You love it.
Pub
It's
beer.
good beer. It's
Yo, let
good
me tell you
beer.
something. Indulge a little secret for you. All right. You know what a guy loves? I love beer that's less than $1 a beer.
It's true. We've
And
covered that.
I don't typically shop at this store, but I do go there for some select things because it is the cheapest in town. So I sprung by the Winco, walked in the
Mm,
beer fridge, and I was
employee
like, you
owned.
slanging 18 beers for $13.48
It's good
with a
math.
10-cent fee per can because you know we do that shit out here. So let's tack on a debt, an extra $1.80 or whatever. And
Mm,
you know what I'm sitting there go thinking? So it's $1 beer. And that's the math I like.
I
All
like
right.
that
I
kind of
like that
math.
kind of math.
It's
And we
good
got a
math.
freeze coming in tomorrow. And you got to be prepped, brother. You got to
Yeah.
be prepped. We
hmm
got food. We got
hmm
fire. We got shit. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
It's hitting us next. I bulked up today, but I just used the friendly neighborhood Walmart market, and I know what you're thinking. But this one right here, it's different. It's different. And I'm gonna
It's
have, have a different kind of a beverage. Is it's still beer, but they had the big bottles
Ooh,
at the place from Epic Brewing Company here, and they had the Utah Sage. Oh, I should have fucking Googled how to pronounce this. Saison. Saison.
Sciasin?
Siasen? This sounds way better.
Is that
I'm
like the
having
band?
myself a Boomer Esiason,
Ooh.
Belgian style ale. Um, Couldn't sling it. I bet the legend was a Boomer fan. I like him on the shows, by the way. He's dope.
I think, Pops like Boomer,
He was
you
great.
know.
I was a fan.
I think it was hard. I think it's, they just stunk back then. So it's like, it is what it is. But you know who doesn't stink? Here, let's read these matchups real quick, Kenny. I'm gonna list off these matchups so everybody knows what they could be doing this weekend. So if you're chilling Saturday, you're hanging with your buddies, Wheaties coming over, you smoking some food, getting some jalapeno pop chaz out there. You're gonna get a Browns. Ooh, Kenny's just so browned out. I love it. You're gonna get the Browns, Texans to start the playoffs. 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, 2:30 Mountain. Okay. Then we're gonna go. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just chilling. At 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain. We get Dolphins, Chiefs in arguably one of the coldest football games
Could
in the
be.
history of the NFL. It's
Could
supposed to
be.
be. And let me tell you something. Florida is not very cold right now.
No.
So it's going to be a tough transition,
Tyreek coming
right?
back after they
Tyreek,
said like we're good. We don't need all that.
I'm not, when you read these matchups, Kenny, it's hard to think there ain't a script. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to think there
Right.
ain't a
It's
script.
crazy. Right.
Like, because you could have had Deshaun versus Houston, but
That didn't go right for the script. He was supposed to be there.
right. But now they're
Some
like,
of
no,
it's
no, no,
scripted.
no, no. We'll make
No, this is
Cleveland
great.
play the Ravens. Yeah, we'll
Yes.
bring Joe Flacco off the
No,
couch.
no,
Let's
we'll pivot. We'll pivot to that. We got that. We got plenty of, there's lots of, it's like one of those old books you read. Like there's several choices you can make and several endings that
then
could happen.
then Sunday morning, you get your normal scheduled programming where you get a nice three-fer on Sunday, right? So you
Yeah.
get you get the
Perfect.
Sunday 1 p.m. Eastern, 10
One in
a.m.
every slot.
Pacific, 11 a.m. Right? You get Steelers, Bears. Don't sleep on the Steel Curt or Bills.
Bills,
Sorry,
right. No,
not
you got
Bears.
it.
Yeah. Um,
That'd be
don't
better.
sleep on the Steel Curtain, right? And that's
No
in
TJ Watt.
Buffalo. I
That
know,
might,
but I just
dude,
something about Josh Allen.
Ben and hey, um, rumor on the street is that Buffalo might be like a hazard zone, a winter advisory hazard, and if so,
Yeah.
that game will be played in Cleveland.
Oh, I heard that Buffalo put out an ad for volunteer snow shovelers.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Can
they're
you
like, come help
imagine?
us.
Why would they not build a stadium with a dome? Could you imagine having a team on their way on the playoffs, hosting a playoff game, but you can't because it's snowy? Put a
I
dome,
just feel
dude. Come
like
on.
Buffalo, of all places, could sell out the Cleveland Browns. They just got the Bills Mafia. I think it's just such a good
Oh, they'll
fan
get there. It's
base.
not that far. I
They'll,
think it's a
yeah,
boat. I think you could take a boat.
you could
I
take a
think you could
boat.
I think you could take a boat. I'll have to look that up, but I think you could take a boat from Buffalo to Cleveland.
All right, so now we got the next game. There's no ferry between Buffalo and Cleveland. That's ferry.
No,
That
I
doesn't mean boat. That
ferry
doesn't
to
mean boat.
Cleveland from Buffalo. I got it right here, dog.
You got
TripAdvisor.
the TripAdvisor.
It's a Lake Erie cruise. I think they just on the other side of it's just way up the Lake Erie's huge. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm looking into it. Keep going. What's after
yeah,
Steelers
yeah.
Bills in Cleveland?
Okay, then we got 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30
Oh yeah, you're
Pacific,
right. There's no
2:30.
ferry from Buffalo
Um,
to Cleveland.
Packers at Cowboys. If there's a game that I could imagine where a team could implode, this is that game. Go Pack go. Let's see. We got this juicy little matchup. All right. Our Sunday night heater,
Mm.
arguably my favorite coach, in the NFL, maybe top three at least. The Dan Campbell led Detroit Lions hosting
It's a fun one.
Matt Stafford
Coming
coming
home.
back.
Oh, I love it.
Jared
Sure.
Goff facing his former team, drafted him number one overall, the Los Angeles artist formerly known as St. Louis Rams.
Goff with their heads, dude. Get him. He's gonna get his
Dude,
revenge.
I think
Put him in a
I'm with you
Goffin.
there. Ooh, put him in a Goffin. Look at this guy come up with the fun puns. Then we got the Monday night
Monday
heat.
night game.
We got Eagles at Buccaneers because Philly just fucking washed the back half of that season out.
Yeah, it was
And
bad.
I'm
Maybe
excited
it
to see what that
was
is.
conspiracy for the Eagles. Was that intentional? I
The
mean,
intention doesn't make sense,
okay.
honestly, because like
All right.
intention,
Just wanted to
like
get your take.
yeah, like I do. My honest take is they like during that stretch they changed play calling defensively to Matt Patricia, and Matt
Oh,
Patricia
so
was the dude. That's my
yeah,
defense.
that's a really good
I think
thought.
that's an easy like pinpoint.
I think you nailed it there,
Um,
actually, to
but I
be
do
honest.
think that they play the most bipolar team in the NFL in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you have um I mean, you never know when Baker's feeling dangerous, bro.
He
Like
might be dangerous that day.
he
They might
might just
unlock
come out,
coolers. You never know.
right?
He's really dangerous for real. And I could see the Eagles getting bounced by the Buccaneers. I could see that being one of the upsets. There's always an upset. I could see that being the one, at least one of them. I could see Dolphins upsetting the Chiefs as well in the cold. Tyreek scoring like 3 touchdowns. Like I
Just
could see that
channeling in his
happening.
mana, bro, and just fucking
Yeah.
staying warm on
The
the inside.
cheetahs are fast in the winter too,
Yeah,
man. Like
they passed 365 all four
all
seasons.
seasons. Doesn't matter. They're fast. I could
Dude,
see that for
agreed.
sure. And then brownies, I think, could mess some things up for real too.
I got the dog pound for sure, dude.
I
I think the dog pound. I'll tell you this. If you were to ask me, let's lock it in right here, Kenny. I'm gonna pull up the old DK. Okay. We're gonna pick our picks right here. We're gonna pick it right here.
oh
We're gonna pick the weekend parlay. We're just gonna light it up.
brought to you by DraftKings, the two homies chatting. Pick your parlay.
Pick your parlay, two
You
homies chatting, bet. Oh, wait. Let me go pick up my no sweat. Let me go pick up my no sweat bet.
you can't pick your friend's nose, but you can pick your friend's parlay.
You can you can pick your friend's
DraftKings. Gambling
parlay.
problem? Call that number that they always say really fast for the NFL
Yeah,
commercials.
yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. I bet on a couple Patriots games. I should have fucking called the number. I should have just
Yeah,
called the number. But I'm wild. I'm wild out there. All
I
right.
love it.
Your boy is going with the Cleveland Browns on the money line.
Love
Okay.
it.
I'm going. Oh, I'm going with Miami. I'm going with Miami. You want to know why? Because I think the Chiefs are done. I think they're done. And I think Travis Kelce will be playing in Cleveland next year. And you guys will have to deal with all of the wonderful Taylor Swift stuff.
That sounds
Okay.
great. That sounds awesome. Dude, there's
I
no
think
place warmer than Cleveland Browns fan base, man. The dog pound is like I heard the other day, Joe Flacco's dad said in an interview, he's like, Baltimore was really great and we spent a lot of time there. But it's nothing like Cleveland. Like the place is crazy.
yeah.
There's Flacco. He played 6 games. There's Flacco billboards in
It's
Cleveland.
nuts.
The video.
Nuts.
They've remade the 80s Bernie Kosar classic cheesy music video song, Bernie with Flacco. They remade that.
They're making Bill
They're
Belichick
excited.
PB&Js out there. They're crazy.
I
Little
got the
dog pound
ingredients.
shapes.
I got the ingredients, by the way. I got cinnamon raisin bread, chunky peanut butter, and jelly. And I'm making those dog bones tomorrow for game time. That's happening. Oh,
Bro, I
shoot. My
hope you
nephew's
do.
coming over. He's allergic to peanuts. I'll
Oh,
keep him
tell him,
outside. I'll keep
go
him
touch.
outside.
Yeah, keep the nephew
Whatever.
outside for sure. All right, dude.
No, not
I'm
him.
a
Me outside. I'm outside.
oh,
He can-
oh, my bad, my
It's
bad, my
winter.
bad.
It's winter,
You
man.
did you tell him that like you've overcome a peanut allergy? You'll be fine, dude. You'll be
I
fine.
have. I said. Uh,
Them Cotty
I
sticks,
remember.
dog.
I remember when I was allergic to peanuts. Fuck off me, allergies.
Stop being a little wuss. Uh, fucking eat some peanuts. God damn it.
Oh man,
This
this
generation's gone
fucking
soft.
protein, soft, chunky, super chunk.
Pe- we never had peanut allergies. You mean you never knew that anybody else had a peanut allergy because you had no access to other people's information? That's
It's
right.
true.
News travels fast in 2024. But Kitty, back to the parlay. All
Yes,
right.
please. Browns.
I'm picking the upset. I think Jordan Love is hot right now. I know Dallas is at home, but they're at home and it's the
I
playoffs.
don't know.
And you know what
I don't
Dallas
know,
Cowboys
man.
don't do well? It's the playoffs. So I'm gonna pick the upset. I got a couple
Oof,
more upsets in here too.
oof. I
Right.
like your spirit, dude, but I just don't think I just think that Jordan Love's gonna get a healthy dose of Micah Parsons. And I don't think it'll be pretty, but I think the Cowboys will win. 25 to
I,
24.
and you're telling me, you know, I don't know. Man, I just it's hard to spend money on the Cowboys, you know. Unless it's CD Lamb. I could drop dollars on that dude all day.
Dude's
Um,
good. And
I
then
personally have the Lions beating the Rams.
good.
I got the
I love
Lions.
that. I love that.
I
I like
want
the
to
way that
pick
looks
the
on you.
Bucks. I want to pick the Bucks.
I think you should. That just smells like the Bucks upsetting the Eagles. Let me
It
ask you something.
does, right? I feel like Jason Kelsey's not going to go out like that, but like it feels like that, right?
You know, the league really started cracking down on like the center false start thing halfway through the season, right around the time
Yeah.
that the Eagles started
Offensive
sucking.
offensive offsides. Like when have we ever watched that growing up? You
Never,
know, like
never, but they've called it like three times more than in the past. And that started happening right around the time the Eagles started sucking. That's all. I don't know if there's a connection there, but
conspiracy, tinfoil hat,
I'm three
tinfoil
for
hat.
I got three out there today. I'm just stirring the pot.
The dude,
I'm
just
making this
I
shit up.
love that idea.
I don't have any evidence.
Neither
Anyways,
does
let me
neither
ask you
does
something.
anybody else that does this stuff.
Let me ask you something, and maybe this will come into play with your pick. Should they wear creamsicles and Kelly Greens for this game? Shouldn't they do that?
I mean,
Like, shouldn't somebody swoop in and like almost like say like heavily suggest? But I don't should they because that would just be so cool to see. Come on, the Buccaneer creamsicles against the Kelly Green Eagles. So fresh. And
with the
if
Randall Cunningham helmets, bro, those
that's what I'm
fucking
saying,
sick ass
man.
helmets. Yeah,
That's one of the best uniform matchups you could have out there.
it is
Um,
sick. I did enjoy the throwbacks this year very much so.
and they
Like,
did a good job.
yeah, those I don't think you're wrong. And I would love to start that petition if we could.
I'll sign it.
Um, all right, you know what? Fuck it, Kenny. We're gonna go with the Buck. We're gonna go
Yeah,
with the
my man.
Buccaneers.
Let's make some money.
Oh,
Let's go
all
to the
right.
Super Bowl.
Let's go to the Super Bowl. The last pick I have, Kenny, is Steelers Bills. And I'm a little torn here.
Ooh.
Okay. Because I know everything says that the Bills should win.
Mhm. But
But
it's Pittsburgh Steelers.
it's just weird. And
Mhm.
like Joe Flacco has risen from the ashes like a phoenix, Mason Rudolph has done the same exact thing to the entire Pittsburgh Steeler offense. And I just feel like Buffalo is a little hot cold, a little hot
Yeah,
cold.
that's true.
And like you said, there could be some interruptions in the city.
It's true.
And when things get ugly, do you know who does ugly essentially better than any football team in the NFL in the history of the NFL?
The Squealers.
the Pittsburgh Squealers.
Hmm.
And so,
And they
uh,
love they. I don't even want to say it. Anyways, keep going.
I'm
If the
picking the
game's in
Steelers, dude.
if the game's in Cleveland, pick the Steelers because they have traditionally had a lot of success there.
Now, mind you, I'm going, I'm going profit boost here. 30% profit boost. So right now I got the Steelers money line, Buccaneers money line, Packers money line, Detroit Lions money line, Miami Dolphins money line, and the Brownies money line. And we're gonna just put a fresh dollar on this. Just one.
Betting a dollar to
Okay.
make.
And if we win, we're gonna win ourselves $438.59.
I love that. I love
I
that.
love that.
438.59. That's a great number.
Low, it's a low barrier of entry here. Okay.
Oh, I think
Low
it looks
barrier
great
of
on you.
entry.
I think it's right. I think
I
it's
feel
right.
good. I'm gonna throw some more action out there. I'm rooting for some high scoring games this weekend. I'm rooting for some excitement. I need some excitement. I'm really gonna be a Browns fan tomorrow. I hope you
Hell
know
yeah.
that.
Do you want to join me
I'm all,
virtually for a little bit tomorrow?
fuck
Andrew will be
yeah.
over.
Hell yeah.
Watch the game with us a second. It'll be
Yeah.
dope. I'm fired up. I'm excited. I'm gonna make some skewers and some wangs and some little smokies.
Mhm.
Peanut butter bones. Bill Belichick's peanut butter bones. I'm also gonna make a rap song about that.
You think we could like reach out to Bill because he's kind of a free agent and be like, hey man,
I'm on the
can we
show, bro.
take an audio from this video and upload it, and then it'll be like, well, I
That's why
use
you're the head
raisin.
coach.
Yeah, I use raisin bread because that's how my mom made it. And like it's
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, you should get on. Yeah, we should do that. I'll
peanut butter both sides so the jelly don't leak out.
That's why you're the
That's
head
like,
coach.
yeah,
Oh man,
dude,
I can't
that's
believe I came across that, but I sent you that last night on YouTube, and it's from
that
when Bill
shit's funny.
Belichick was the coach of the Browns. And I think it's a joke, but it's from the 80s, maybe early 90s, and it's like a mock cook show, and then Bill Belichick's on making cinnamon raisin peanut butter jelly sandwiches, and they cookie punch them out into little dog bones.
Little dog bones, bro. Look, I hear that he's a fun guy. He's a mushroom, you know.
Mhm. I've heard
I
that
hear
as
Bill's
well.
a fun guy, right? Kenny, speaking of fun guy, I'm gonna have myself another beer.
Nice.
Uh,
What you got this
and
time?
I'm gonna have myself a little Maui Brewing Co. A
Nice.
little bikini blunt.
Nice.
Um, sometimes I'm just when it's cold, it makes me miss Hawaii. And then I've been doing a lot of work lately.
Yeah, dude, you've been working
And
a
so I've been
lot.
listening to a lot of Gabby Pahanui. And so better be careful because that might be my number one on rap this next year. I'm just getting my reps in. Um, but yeah, dude, excited to throw down these Maui brews. Keep it crisp, keep it flow. So,
Boom. Well, I've never had a colder beer than a beer I've chilled in a pile of snow in my
yeah.
backyard. So I'm glad that winter's finally here. Um, and I'm going to celebrate it with this Epic Brewing Opulent India Pale Ale.
Ooh,
Big, big bottle.
big bottles, dude. Kenny's throwing out the big guns today.
I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for the playoffs. In the radio on 850
Playoffs?
KNR, W850 KNR in Cleveland. It's the No Sleep to the Playoffs marathon, and you can listen on the Cleveland Browns football app and the little radio tab at the top right. And if you're like me, you listen to the Cleveland radio.
I love that because this is just it's like Kenny's you get your Cleveland right. We gotta like put this whole episode up or something like that because your Clevelandness it just
Yeah,
radiates. It's
yeah,
infectious.
yeah. It's a
So,
lot of orange and brown.
bro, It's a great color scheme too, because that beer's orange and brown. And
I love it. I'm a big fan of it. Not, that's just me though.
I would just love to see you in Cleveland, like at a
Oh
Cleveland
man.
Browns game. Like I
Yeah.
would love to be there for that. Like to see
The
like
joy, the pure
yeah,
happiness
like
of
I
just me
remember like
being there finally.
yeah, like going to a Patriots game. I was able to go to take Debbie to Seahawks game and like watching her like and soaking it all in and being that fan. Like I watching you
Yeah.
and the Browns would be fun to see you experience Cleveland Brown life,
I've
bro.
uh
Like
I've seen him in Mile High. I've seen him in Denver.
yeah,
Um
get your gloves on. Get your brownie
my
gloves
hands are
on.
cold, dude. It's cold out here.
Brownie beanie, brownie jacket, brownie hoodie, brownie lanyard, brownie Nick Chubb jersey, brownie bottle cap opener on the end of lanyard that is a Swiss Army knife and acts as a flashlight, brownie socks, brownie gloves, brownie blanket, brownie tramp stamp on the back of his lower back.
I
Oh,
can't see it.
he's got a Jersey t-shirt on too. He's got a
No,
Jersey t-shirt on.
it's a Vineyard Vines Browns t-shirt that's got their pink whale that's their logo in a Cleveland Browns helmet. It's awesome.
Uh
But yeah,
I
the tramp
love that,
stamp is a
dude.
few years old.
Yeah, the tramp stamp. Yeah, yeah. It's a Manziel stamp, everybody.
I don't like showing it to people but that was a really interesting time in my life and in the life of the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. We were feeling really desperate.
You haven't like swam without a shirt on in a number of years for sure.
Since then, shortly after that,
Shortly after that, for sure. That's yeah, man, dude. It's crazy. I'm excited for you. I know we've been talking a lot about the playoffs, and so I know I think it would it people need to understand the pain that a Cleveland Browns fan has gone through. You
me
have to
too.
walk a mile in their shoes to know. I've walked 17 games in those shoes, and I'll tell you, they are not fun.
Yeah, you have recently. And are you okay? I mean, for our new listeners in Madagascar that maybe saw the billboards, like you're a big Patriots fan for as long as I've known you, and much longer than that. And we've known each other a long time, and it's
Many
been a
moons.
tough year,
Mm.
probably. And I know that you're like me, and the ritual of being a fan is almost as important as like the game, and it's hard sometimes when it's tough like that. I was trying to
Yeah,
remember the 0 and 16 season the other day. I was just feeling grateful every night. I tried to like spend 10 minutes and just be grateful for
like
things.
like just reflect
And
on.
I'm just like 11 and 6. Whew. Like, do you
Isn't
remember
that
what
nuts?
0 and 16? Can I remember like always waiting for a win? Always waiting for a win. And then like I all I could remember, like I'll never forget the night in Cleveland when Baker Mayfield comes in relief and beats the Jets and they unlocked the Bud Light coolers and it was free beer in Cleveland. Like that is like where else would that happen? What other
Yeah,
fan
dude.
base could that happen in? I not even the Bills Mafia. I don't even think it's that like that. Like
No,
I'm at
you
the Four
guys.
Falls, like
Oh, the four
they've
falls of
been through a lot
Buffalo
for
and
sure.
stuff.
Like I don't know. I don't know. What's worse,
Yeah,
never getting there or getting there and not getting to the top? I don't know. That's an interesting
it
question.
it is like it's tough because you guys just like it's great to see. I think what's great is seeing that like you in Detroit like look legit and
Stability
like
in
you
coaching.
two you two have been arguably the two most dysfunctional
Hmm.
franchises
Since the
with the
50s.
Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers are kind of like they look like they're right in the ship. Tom's kind of helped with that, with winning the Super Bowl and shit like that.
Hmm.
But like it's cool to see the there's some teams in there that are always in there, but it's cool to see kind of like the change
Right.
of like man, these franchises, like the progression has
Yeah,
been cool. Like,
several front office changes in the last 20 years.
yeah,
Certainly since 99, several, but even in the last 5 years, there's been three. I've lived through
yeah,
three GMs and probably six head coaches. I'd have to double check that in the last not 5 years, but before the Stefanski era. I mean, before this regime, this is their fourth year.
yeah.
Before that, it was like right in a row. It was Freddie Kitchens. Remember Freddie Kitchens and Hugh Jackson?
Yo, the Freddie Kitchens
And
nightmare, bro.
oh man, the guy Chud, Rob Chudzinski, uh, John Dorsey, the GM for a while, but buddy boy. Yeah, I mean, we lived through a lot. It's
Yeah,
an
I
interesting
would.
run. It's gonna be fun. It's like even just being grateful as a fan, even being here with the things that have happened. Like I literally thought in week two that the season was gonna be pretty much over after Nick Chubb goes down. I'm like, well, and then Sean and I'm like, well,
Then Jerome Ford, and then you knew the Kareem Hunt signing was going to happen,
that
but
was great.
now it
That
feels
was
like you have
great.
somebody who's actually like using Amari Cooper,
Right. The
like
right way.
go
And
out there, catch this
David
shit.
Njoku too,
Yeah,
my guy, the chief,
but people are
finally
like, "Can you
finding
believe
him in
how
the seam.
athletic this guy is?" And you're like,
Finally
"We've
finding
been
him on the
waiting for
cross
this shit."
routes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
We just been waiting for somebody to find the cross route and find the seam and then hit the curl on the sideline to Amari. Like, come on. Like,
well, and
it's
it's
pretty
like
good.
that idea of like Flacco just wants to get the ball out of his hands, right? So like he's a
Mhm.
pocket guy where the other guys, I think like I think when
trying
you're
to
a
make a play.
hybrid quarterback, you seem to use your legs a lot earlier on in the reading process, which isn't a bad thing, right? Because like I love it. I wish we had a fucking athletic quarterback. We don't have shit, right?
Right.
But
Right.
we got the number 3 pick. We'll find out what happens. Please do not draft Caleb Williams or Drake May.
No, he
Please,
won't.
please, 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 please don't draft.
Well, you guys are looking for a GM now, right? Like
Yeah,
that's the
but
best
like,
thing about this change is that job is no longer, those two jobs are no longer one person's. You're going to have
yes.
two minds working together and somebody coming in to make, because like let's be honest, the last couple of years that's been the biggest issue with the Patriots is the roster building, not 1 through 10, 10 through 53. Like I don't know, you're there,
Yeah,
you
I
listen, I've
mean,
heard people say that, but
well,
I don't
like
know.
this year, right? Like you
This
you
year,
you lose Matt Judon early,
yeah,
you
he's
lose Christian
stud.
Gonzalez early,
Other stud.
Kendrick Bourne gets hurt on offense. I think too, it took a while to realize like I think offensively we've stunk for 3 years, right? I'll say
Yeah.
that. Offensively, even when
I
we made
can't.
the playoffs, Mac Jones's rookie year, we just ran the ball and played really,
Who
really
was
good
your like
defense.
leading receiver then? I can't even remember.
This year,
How 3 years ago when you made the playoffs.
leading receiver 3 years ago when we made the playoffs was Jacoby Myers.
Ah, that's right. Wasn't he a
Yeah.
quarterback?
Jacoby Myers, though.
Yeah.
It was Mac Jones. Like, it's
No, in college he was a quarterback, right?
I don't think
Anyway,
Jacoby Myers was quarterback in
I'll look
college. He
that up.
might have been
Anyways,
though. Yeah, you
I don't
should.
think so.
He wasn't quarterback when he decided to lateral it against the fucking
No.
Las
Yeah,
Vegas
yeah.
Raiders when I was at that game. That fucking sucked. Um, I think I think you're right. The my concern is like, am I gonna get a GM that approaches it like GMs have in the past, where like I think burning the 3 pick on a quarterback is dumb. Like now again, I've said it before. I think it's Dick Vermeil quote, but if you listen to the fans, you're sitting with them, right?
Yeah, it's a good quote. It's a good quote.
I
You're right.
I don't mind if we're getting Jaden Daniels, that kid from LSU, the Heisman kid. If we're getting him at 3, I'm comfortable with that. Right? Faced adversity, transferred, got himself in better positions, kind of like Penix. I would hope that we draft like Daniels late or Penix in the second round. But I just think Caleb Williams and Drake May don't do they just if you're looking for like just don't listen to what Mel Kiper's gonna and Todd McShay are gonna fucking be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get
Yeah,
yourself
yeah,
deterred. Like, that's the thing. Like, I
yeah.
feel like if Bill was GM, like we'd be sitting here having a conversation that like Bill's gonna trade back somehow. Somebody's gonna come in with like a plethora of picks. We're gonna like draft at 6. But like go either if Marvin Harrison Jr. is available, fucking pick him up. If
Oh,
he's
that's the
not,
best choice.
pick up the offensive tackle because we had offensive line issues for the
Hmm.
last several years. Get
Wisdom.
yourself a good future tackle that you're going to have for fucking 4 to 5 years.
Yep.
And then you go pick up a quarterback in the second round that's hopefully Jaden Daniels or um Penix. I like Penix.
Penix. I
The
would pick
dude
Penix.
throws the football.
That
Like and
good ball. He throws a
he's
good ball.
pocket first.
Hmm.
Like and
Experienced. He went to Indiana. I
yeah,
think
like
I don't know.
but like I
Before
will say,
Washington.
man, I was watching that play today where like Lamar Jackson takes his drop back and left-handed and then like does
I know the
a
play.
180 and fucking throws the ball fucking 50 yards perfectly to Zay Flowers. And I'm like, fuck, that's so sick.
It's athletic as shit.
I just want
He's
athleticism at
scary, dude.
quarterback. That's all. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so like, but I don't like listen, dude. Okay. The last like we're losing the greatest coach in the history of the NFL, right? We just lost the greatest quarterback
Right.
in the history of the NFL.
Right. You knew it would
Now,
happen
we knew it
one
was going to
day,
happen.
but
Yes. My
now it
hope was that they
happened.
would like sunset off together, but
Right. Band-aid.
Bill
Band-aid
thought,
it.
yeah, like go win. I bet you if Tom and Bill could have figured something out. Now, again, we couldn't pay Tom. That's the thing that people always forget is like we had literally zero cap space.
And he
Um,
had deferred a bunch of money too to the end, right?
yeah, like he's always taking the pay cuts, always taking deals
Deferred to
to
the
build the
end.
roster.
And then
Um,
you can't do that with
like
Tom.
the funny thing to me is like right now the conversation that's highlighted is like, is it Bill or is it Tom? Right? Like
It,
it
yeah, that's the dumbest thing in the world. It
it's the
was
dumbest
obviously
thing.
both together. Like, come
Like
on. And then a lot of other
198
pieces as well.
picks were before him, right? Like
Yeah.
31 other teams had a chance to draft Tom Brady,
Right.
right? There were what, 5 or 6 quarterbacks drafted
Six.
before him,
The Brady
right? Like
six.
the
Great,
Brady
great
six,
30
right?
for
So
30.
like,
Yeah.
so when you a coach has to take that risk. A coach benched the highest paid player in the NFL at that time. Drew Bledsoe just signed the fattest contract as a quarterback in the NFL's history at that moment, and he benched him. You gotta take like the injury helped, but after the injury, he's like, "We're going with Tom. You know, best for the team. TEAM team." Right?
Hmm.
That's the quote. So like, and then you realize like Tom wasn't Tom during Tom's not Tom now during those first 3 Super Bowls, first 4.5 years, right? Like
Hmm.
he goes 10 years becoming Tom Brady without winning one.
Yep.
Right. Like, so you
That's true.
gotta you can't have the conversation like it's not, oh, Tom. Yeah, did Tom go and win? Yeah, because every free agent went there because it's fucking Tom Brady, dude. He's
Hmm.
the GOAT. Wouldn't you?
And he was good
Wouldn't
too.
you?
He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was good. Not a knock on it, but it's not like that's the dumbest argument. Yeah, ever. It
Yeah,
was
it's the dumbest argument. Like it's just like a silly, like just appreciate it. Stop
right.
trying to discredit somebody.
Right.
Stop
Right.
trying to like, and like they got the Danny Amendola quote going viral, right? I don't know if you've seen that for the new Apple
Oh, I
TV
did.
series.
I did
And
see
he
that.
was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we were coached by Belichick, but we played for Tom. And you're like, hell yeah, because you hear
That's how
Bill
it's
every
supposed to
time they win
work.
a Super Bowl. He's like, players win games, players win games. He's the
That's
first
how we
coach to ever say it.
and that's
Like,
the design from Bill. Like that's not yeah, I don't I think that's just click
it's
stuff
just
there.
strange, but I will tell you,
That's
I appreciate Bill. I appreciate 24 years,
hell yeah.
all of it, the ride.
Everything.
Thank you for
The cutoff
letting
hoodie,
me
the cutoff sleeved hoodie,
being the
like
most
literally
swaggish dude
that is
ever.
literally in the NFL like gear lineup now. You see other coaches rocking that. It's not cut, so it looks cleaner, but like still, that is
Yeah,
like literally thank you, Bill. And Yeah,
Like,
respect.
dude, just I really kind of did have an off. I had an off day yesterday
I'm
because
sure.
it was like it's just like a weird thing, dude. Like I've
Mhm.
been a Patriots fan for a very long time. All right. Bill Belichick's been a coach for literally 2/3 of my existence on the planet
And a
for the New
large
England
chunk of your
Patriots.
fanhood, right?
Massive
Like
fanhood, right? Like I
you
was
might
telling
have
Devery,
came
I was
in the Bill
I remember the
Parcells
Pete
era.
Carroll.
Pete
Yes, Bill
Carroll. I
Part
remember Pete Carroll.
95 was yeah, I was like, I remember Pete Carroll. She's like, no, you don't. I was like, no, I literally remember Pete. I was like, this
Yeah.
guy is not a Patriot. Like, and you're just like it's just crazy. It's just weird. But I do feel that New England, just like they have been unlike any other organization the past 20 plus years, that they've handled this unlike any other organization and they parted ways amicably.
Right. It was so respectful. I was
So
weird.
great.
It was so
I've
weird. You don't see coaches leave like that.
I've never seen a man cry without crying.
Right.
Right? Like if anybody wants to go check it out, go watch Bill's post breakup conference.
It's good. It's worth a
And
watch.
once he starts talking about the fans, he he's crying,
Yeah.
but there's nothing. Like
There's
he's
tears are
same
going
bill. Like you
inward.
can
They're going
hear it.
inside,
You can hear it.
down,
Like the
deep down.
fans. Like um but dude, it's just, I've been lucky. I've been blessed. I've been
You
lucky as a
have
fan
6 Super Bowls.
to enjoy the greatest of greats, the two. And um I think Bill, if I was Bill, I'd go to Los Angeles. I'd go hang out in some warm weather and go enjoy a stacked defense, a Bosa, a Khalil
Let
Mack.
let Justin
Uh,
Herbert teach you how to chill.
let you, yeah, like go hang out, go be at the Chargers. Don't go to Atlanta. Don't be silly. Go to
No.
fucking
Don't go to
go.
Washington. That's too much work.
Yeah, like oh
Don't.
Washington. I saw Washington. They're like they're out on Bill Belichick. I'm like, you're a horrible organization.
That's
You're
exactly
so
why you are who you
stupid.
are.
You're so dumb.
That he could have fixed you, but okay, whatever.
But I will say I love the Gerard Mayo hire. He's a New England guy. It's
He deserves
weird.
it. He deserves a
It's
shot.
weird having a coach my age. He's our
Yeah,
age. He's 37.
yeah.
Um,
Stefanski's only 2 years older than me.
yeah, I love how we
The
handled it. We
leader of
had the
men,
plan in
though.
place.
Yeah,
I heard today that the moment that they announced that Gerard Mayo um was head coach was the moment that free agents within the Patriots organization were like, oh, we're resigning.
yeah.
So like that's huge, right?
Players
Because
are
I'm
there.
looking at Kyle Duggar at safety. I'm looking at, Josh Uche on the end. Like it'd be nice, let GM Matt Judon handle his business, but it's a new day in New England, bro. I feel better about your text. It's like how exciting for a New England
I
Patriots
was a little
fan of a
early on
new
my
era.
optimism. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
I was
It's
a little
good.
early on it, but
It's
that's who I
good.
am. That's who I am. I've developed, that kind of thick skin. I've been through a lot of new eras. I've lived this several times. There's so much optimism to be had now for you. It's so exciting.
Uh, I agree.
No,
I agree.
it's just a testament. I thought that Robert Kraft obviously wanted to hug Bill a little bit harder in that press conference at the end.
Hmm.
It was a little awkward. He just
He
you
said
could
Bill
tell
was
there's
sick.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like respect there, and yeah, I just want to say that one more time. Like I've never seen a head coach leave a job in the NFL like that before, ever. I
Yeah.
can't remember a time when it was just that clean and respectful. And then the next day, you got your guy. There's no like
I loved it.
funkiness.
I love hearing that there was a clause in his contract that if
That
he
that was the
left,
plan.
that
They're
was the
planning ahead.
plan. Like I
I
love that.
respect it. I
I
like the way
I
they do it.
I love that he's our coach. I love that it's still a guy who understands what the organization is about.
Mhm.
And my hope is that he makes it his own. Like
Yeah, should.
I think one thing that has sucked about coaches that leave is they try to emulate Bill and think
Yep.
that works. And the best coaches right now seem like the coaches that do their own thing. The Dan Campbells, go be your
Mike
fucking self.
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel's great. Mike McDaniel rips the pin and then just fucking, hits a blinker and then just goes into a press conference. That motherfucker's awesome. Like,
He's rad.
just go be you. Like, I think the organization and the standard, you see banners. Like, it's like being, I don't know, dude. I'm more excited today because I'm like, we've handled it differently than any other franchise.
Yep. You should be
And
proud
we've
of
done
that.
it.
That's
And
awesome.
and that's what excites me. Is like we said we were going to do something, and I knew the Mike Vrabel firing, which I still think is so dumb by Tennessee. I was like, you
Agreed.
hear people and it's like New England has interest with Mike Vrabel, blah blah blah, and you're like, no, don't let's not screw over, because if you've been a New England Patriots fan last year when Gerard Mayo was going through when the head coaching interview processes were
He
opening
wanted
up,
to interview.
well, I think he wanted to a bit, but they worked out a deal internally. They were like,
Yep.
no, we got you, dude. And
Yeah.
so I don't know if this was like kind of maybe it was more premeditated than we realized.
Yeah, I think so.
But like one thing I hope for is you fire Cam Accord's ass as special teams coordinator. You fire
Right.
Steve Belichick, which I'm sure Steve Belichick's going with Bill anyway. Like,
Right.
definitely could get rid of some of these coaches. So no, Bill
I'd go with my
O'Brien.
dad. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like I was hearing Josh McDaniel conversations coming back at OC. I'm like, no, fuck that, dude.
No,
That ship
I bet
sailed.
he wants to. I
Like,
think he's gonna. My call is he'll it'll be different. It'll be
yeah,
different.
I want
There's probably a lot
young,
that he's wished he could
wild
change for a
minds.
while, since he was a
Yeah.
player, probably. So
Yeah, like
and
love it.
he seems
Love
like the
it.
kind of guy who will get somebody offensively young and
Mhm.
different. I don't know.
And
I
he's
don't know
been
that
training the
much.
defense. Like, I think our defense is always going to be something. Like, it's just like you said. Like, it makes me think of your text, bro, where I'm like, it's just a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new
I love
life.
it.
Like
I love it.
doing it's different, bro. First time in 24 years, it's going to be press conferences are going to be, post games going to be much different.
Different.
Like,
Very different.
we're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I can't wait to that fucking Apple TV.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm excited to watch that. Have
You
you
know what's
watched
gonna be
Barry?
good, Ken?
What?
Which one?
Barry.
What Barry?
Barry.
Barry on
Did you watch the
HBO?
Barry Sanders?
Oh,
Amazon?
on Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah. I like Barry. That's how Barry and me have one thing I learned from Barry back in the day is how to celebrate touchdowns. Is act like you've been there before,
Yeah, that's a good way to
Yeah.
do it. I didn't mean to
But
interrupt your segue. Sorry about that.
oh no, you're fine. I think that's fine. No, there's no segue.
It's right on par with the show for sure.
Dude,
There's no
speak.
plan. There's no segues. There's no plan.
There's zero
no
plan. We're literally
outline,
listen,
notes.
listeners. This is off the dome. This right here. This is what this is.
This is just two
Notes.
homies chatting. Is all
This
it
is
is.
just two homies chatting.
That's the show. It's the whole point of the show. It's like the show is the show. Like, fucking Jerry.
Okay, I got a Montucky cold snack here, but I'm gonna put it in my.
Oh, that looks cool. What is that? Trace Brewing Company. You found a Trace Brewing Company.
I
That's
did not.
cool.
Check this out, dude.
Oh, you got the hat. It's a bucket hat. And it says Trace Brewing. Did you get those made? Is this and the shirt? Okay, wait. Is this an actual brewing? Did you start a company?
No, dude. So listen to this, bro. I got a homie at work. His name's Tavis. Cool dude. Love him. He hits me up and he's like, bro, did you know about this? And I'm like, look, no, I didn't. And I click on this place, Trace Brewing out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Fucking Schittsburg, the land of hot dog water.
Yeah. So I, do my thing. and I shoot an email, right? Because you know me, I'm wild. I'm wild. And
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
are
like,
a wild
hey,
millennial.
guys, my name's Trace, and your name is Trace. And I think that's really, really cool. And
Nice.
I would be remiss if I was a Trace not wearing Trace apparel and
Right.
swag.
Good logic, sound.
So I think me Trace and you Trace should trace together and let's
Nice.
go along this journey in support. And they were like, kind of didn't respond for a couple of days. And then
Okay. Got other
woke
things
up,
going on.
yeah, you know, holiday season and shit. Then I woke up and I get this email back and they're like, hey, dude, cool name. They're like, we'd love to send you some stuff. Shoot us your address. And
That's
so
dope.
they sent me this hat, this
It's a
sick ass
great bucket hat.
bucket hat, dude. And then the long sleeve shirt, which is sick.
Super dope.
This
Koozie?
amazing koozie, which you know me, I'm a koozie guy, right? Like I'm koozie all day, you
That's
know.
true. It's true.
Um, and
You are
then
jacuzzi guy.
yeah, I like jacuzzis. And then some stickers, bro. So shout out to Trace Brewing. We'll tag you in the
Shout
notes.
out.
Love my guy. His name is like Adam. I probably didn't say
Adam.
that right. Heck, I'm assuming that's probably, but it was like a AA Ron type of situation, you know, like two
Double
A's.
A and the Adam.
Yeah, like a different spelling of Adam I've never seen before. But shout out to my guy.
Probably
Handled
just
it.
Adam.
Love my swag.
That's dope. Hell yeah. That's
I
so
love
crazy.
rep and trace.
That's
Shout out
so
to my guy
crazy.
Tavis too for hooking it up with the
Hell
knowledge.
yeah. Way to find it. Shout out. Shout out. Dude, that's so crazy because like me too, bro. I found Ken Brewing right here. It says KA right here. Is that crazy? Right here, I got a Organs Original Amber right here. Just kidding. This is a full sell. I'm gonna have a full sell.
Uh, just for the listeners, Kenny wrote in Sharpie, Kids Brewing on the label of the bottle.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
That's nuts, dude. I didn't know there was such a
The
thing.
same thing
Freaking
happened to
bro.
me. Oh, this Amber though. Organ's finest. Shout out to Full Cell. They made the beer. I just tried to take credit. That's what I do.
A Kin Stout from Copper Bottom Brewing.
Oh, that's cool.
Kin's signature. Oh, that's like Kin's dressing, though. That's like, yeah.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
like
the Steakhouse
Kin's
Ranch.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
fucking, yeah.
that's
Okay, shout
I
out to
fucked with
Kin.
some Caesars. Yeah, I love that shit.
This is for some brew pub mustard style sauce. By the way, if I'm at a pub brewery thing, oh, dude, Kin's Brewing Co., St. Joseph, Missouri.
Oh,
No.
shit.
What's am I, Michigan?
That's Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Nice. Michigan's a cool state.
Yeah, we'll take a peek down this rabbit hole. Yeah, it's one of the four I haven't been to.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on my list.
I went to Michigan and I remember thinking this is a lot like Wisconsin.
Like broccoli trees.
This is like Wisconsin with more gasoline.
I have an ongoing debate between how Oregon cheese and ice cream is better than Wisconsin or cheese and ice cream.
That's a fun debate. That's tough because I
Yeah.
love Wisconsin cheese. I mean, Culver's,
But the
like
milk,
the
bro.
curds, the
Tillamook.
milk. The Tillamook Forest is no joke. It's a real place. And they got ferries there that make this ice cream, the Huckleberry Ferries. I don't know if you heard
Bro.
about them. It's a bluegrass group out of Oregon. Look them up on MySpace. Huckleberry Ferries. That ice cream though will change your life. It will.
Bro, the
A lot of things
cheese-
will change your life, but that'll do it too.
Yeah.
It says
I
that on the-
swear
on the-
by
on
the
the carton.
there is not a happier cow than a cow that grew up in the PNW. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just eating a bunch of grass.
A lot of grass, a lot of rain, a lot of grass.
Lot of grass.
Everybody likes grass in Oregon. That
Ah,
was really good. For those not watching on the stream, we just had a synchronized drink after that. We drank at the same time. We're wavelength and surfing it. Bah. The bucket hat,
right.
the Trace Brewing bucket hat, though. Shout out again to Pittsburgh's finest and Trace Brewing.
Yo,
Best thing to come out
shout
of
out to
Pittsburgh
my
for
guy,
sure.
dude.
Best thing in Pittsburgh for sure. Go Browns.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped on it, honestly. Like, one,
Sounds like a great interaction.
yeah, like you really can't complain about people that just get your vibe, right? Like when
Hell
you
yeah.
send like a joking email and you're
You better
trying to
add
be
them.
funny,
Yeah.
right? Like, and then like they
They get
respond
it.
back equally as fun. They're like, "Oh,
Dope.
dude, this guy's got a fucking name like Trace. Like, what an interest!" And like,
That's
I
great.
think, like I wore it to work one day, like during a work calls,
Yeah.
because I'm on a call with my guy Tavis, and so I had some bosses like ask me about it, and they're like one dude just couldn't believe that I was
Started a brew.
able that I was able to just get free shit from this brewery. He's like, wait,
He
you just
obviously
asked
he
them?
hasn't obviously he hasn't met you, like, because that's one
I
of
was
your
like,
strengths.
I was like, yeah, dude, I just literally like let's like real quick, Kenny. How many times did you experience me getting free breadsticks, bro?
Oh, every time I think. I
That's
think you
right.
went every time. And Toddy's probably, oh, sorry, doing some quick, beautiful mind math here. Probably like 72 times at least. And I probably every time got free breadsticks. Just
Just
from
so
asking.
people,
You just asked, hey, could you hook me up with some free breadsticks? And they would just be like, sure.
yeah, I
Like
would
almost
always
every
do.
time. It was
I
not
would
like you
do,
were like,
hey,
no story, no special
no.
circumstance. Just ask. And you
I'd be
got it
like,
every time. There's
hey,
wisdom in that, people out there listening. There's wisdom in that. Just ask.
like today is Friday,
Yeah.
and we would go to a Little Caesars, and I would just say like, hey, I read online it's free breadstick Friday.
Every time they'll give it to you. They want to.
And it's just funny. Like it
They
just
can't say no.
yeah, like what are they gonna do? Like they don't give a fuck. It's just
No.
breadsticks.
Shout
Who
out to Trace
cares?
Brewing Co. though, because they went out of their
Hammered it.
way and
Hammered it.
sent you gear. They geared you up.
Bro, like I did not like first of all, like this
Friend of the
is
program, Trace
like I
Brewing.
got a bucket hat, but this is like look at this
It's
length. Like
nice,
it's
dude.
just
I
like
love
perfect,
that. I love that
right?
color too. Now we're on a Zoom. Is that like a rust or like a burnt orange? I
It's
love
like a
that.
rust, like a rust. Yeah,
It's
like a
one that's
like
it's like my favorite color is like a
yeah.
rust or burnt orange.
Yeah, you do like that.
Seal
Those
brown
two.
and burnt orange. That's the brown's colors.
Ooh,
So
oh, look. Oh, seal brown. Nice. Oh, dude, I'm gonna send you a video of some seals I saw
I love
last
seals.
weekend.
Send me the seal videos.
Bro, you know what was nuts about these seals is like they're just laying on each other, right? Keeping each other warm because of the cold ass
Yeah,
fucking water.
they cuddle up.
And
They're
like
cute.
then like one's gotta go use the bathroom.
No, no.
And they're on the fucking bottom and they're like
Yeah.
right, like they're just like yelling at each other making seal noises, and like all I thought was like, damn, it would suck if like four of them motherfuckers were on you and you really had to go, like
You
you're
would end up
like,
just going like,
or like you hungry or something and you're like
right.
you're trying to move
I
but you
can't
got
get out.
fucking
Fuck
just
these
giant.
flippers.
Yo, bro, like what a
Fuck
species.
you, nature. Why these flippers?
Dude, we were chilling
Seals,
watching
dog.
these seals, and I was like, it was nuts. Like you could just see like you could see some seasoned vets in that group, right? You're like, damn, these fucking yo.
Don't
It
get
was
stuck on
funny
the
as
bottom of the pile, man.
bro. Note to self, dude. Like it's just I'm like sitting there just going like, what if you had to take a shit? Or like, what if you were just like, yo, I'm hungry, I want a snack, and then you like starved to death because you were on the bottom of fucking six other seals, and these bitches don't know how to move. Like they ain't moving quick, you know.
No,
But
those are larger. They're larger than you give them credit for. Like those seals, like at least 600 pounds. That's a big animal.
bro,
They're bigger than
bro,
you think. They're not like otters. Otters are probably the cutest.
yo, I do like a
I
good
love a good
otter.
otter. I'm an otter guy.
You look like
Seals
an
are
otter
big.
guy. Ooh, Kenny's right. So we're looking 7 to 8 feet in length and
Yep.
660 to 770 pound wise. Females, though, on average, can be between 6.5 feet and like 330 to 450 pounds.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
A female seal. But those are
Yeah.
for male gray seals. That is not the kind of seal I was seeing.
Probably not.
Um,
Not up there. Brown seals.
yeah. I don't,
Were they
I don't.
seal brown?
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, like the California sea lion. Ah, I don't really know. I have to go look this up. I don't really, it's hard
No,
to
you were
do
right
it
on
in.
track. Seals are 600 pounds. Females are about 300. And yeah, they're about as big as a big human, like a large human,
Yo, they're
like the kind that
nuts.
like you're like, whoa, you're
They
a large
just yell
human.
at each other too, dude. They just are like,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I know
can't. I
people
mean,
like that too.
I'd be miserable if I just had a bunch of flippers too. So yeah, like
Open my beer.
that shit sucks, you
Oh,
know?
it does. It does. It does. I don't know. I'm
Dude,
not good
you
swimmers.
know, Kenny, before we sunset off into the evening,
Playoffs.
there's some other departures that have taken place this week,
That's true. It's
right?
true.
And I would be, for the second time tonight, I'm going to say this. I would be remiss if I
Ooh,
didn't. If I didn't,
reminced.
I don't know if
Reminced. Remissed.
remissed.
Reminced would be like if you had garlic and you minced
Yeah,
it,
and
and then
I
it
had to
wasn't
mince,
minced
and then it
enough,
was
and
like
you
I need
reminced. Yeah.
to.
So remissed. You would be remiss if
Yo,
you. Sorry, my bad.
make sure you mince your garlic. If you
Yeah,
didn't like it the first time, do it again. Get reminced.
I'd like minced garlic in a jar. I ain't got
Oh,
time to mince garlic.
I
Fuck.
buy the Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, they have like freezer packs. You just like push a square out. It's like one clove of garlic. Just push a square out.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, dude, check it out, TJ's. You know what I'm saying? Um,
You would be
yo,
remiss
if we didn't acknowledge some greatness that also departed in some other areas,
we have
like
to. Yeah,
your boy Nick Saban,
Saban. That's my guy. That's my
a
guy.
le- a legend in the game, Pete Carroll,
Yep. Pete,
right? And
one of like I think three coaches who to win national championships in college and Super Bowls or championships in
in
the
the
NFL.
pros, yeah,
Others being
that's
Jimmy Johnson and Paul Brown.
well, I find it interesting that like the word is that like Nick Saban just couldn't keep up with like
NIL.
college football. Yeah, like it's come on.
12 teams in the playoff, NIL, and
I
now there's
do love that.
money.
Shout out to whoever did the ad for that. That ad was so clean on the 12 or 10 team, 12 team. Is it 12 or 10?
12.
12. The ad that they did for next year's playoffs during like a commercial break of the national championship, it was as simple as it gets, but it was so clean. I remember it caught my attention and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then when it was done, I was like, oh my God, that's good. I forgot that that's happening. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah.
next year. And
Dude,
yeah, like Utah's competing for like a Big 12 championship now. They're in the Big 12. Um, yeah.
them versus BYU for sure.
The
Yeah,
Holy War
it's
is back on. Like that's legit. Like I'm excited about that. That's like one of the most exciting times in Utah football. Like I know what you're thinking, Utah football. There's some pretty good football here. And that's this
some
state
white boys can
during that
play.
week. Dude, this state during that week is just
Nuts.
oh, it's awesome. It's so cool to see. I love it. I love it when people
Like
get fired up about
when
it.
you work for any type of business during the Holy War week, bro, everything comes out. You got jerseys out galore. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes out. Um, Yeah, dude, it'd be interesting. It was I was pretty pumped on that ad, but
I'm watching it right now live. This is my reaction to it. It just started.
can you just look it
Oh,
up?
it's over. It's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's short, dude.
They just show you the bracket.
But it like it's like a way the way they pan it. I'm like, shit, I forgot, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of hype. That's like movie style. I like that. You're
Yeah,
right.
like
Shout out.
like just cliffhanger. No, nothing. Like almost
Just a
like it was just like
reminder.
Star Wars, a Star
There's,
Wars preview that just only showed the title.
by the way, Jacoby Myers did be recruited, started as a quarterback at NC State, but after his freshman year, switched to wide receiver. Just
Smart move.
before we
Paid
sunset.
out.
I just
Paid
wanted
out
to
for.
stat correct that or
Well,
confirm why I thought he might have been a quarterback because he was.
and I thought Kenny, I thought one of the largest departures that happened over the last week, you know, was Tiger Woods and Nike no
Oh,
longer
whew,
together.
whew. What
Isn't
is
that
that? I
nuts?
mean, I honestly can't remember a world where Nike and Tiger Woods weren't like together. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
of all of his breakups, this one's the weirdest.
this one is different. Like you telling me a red Nike polo on Sunday ain't gonna be Tiger, right? Like it's gonna be
It's
different.
just gonna be red with like a T like I read somewhere, I didn't hear it, but I read it that he's gonna start a clothing brand,
Oh, I wouldn't
golf
be
brand,
surprised.
and some possible partners are like Top Golf. And
Oh,
God, there was another one that was
trying to
interesting.
like commercialize his brand or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think he owns
Dude,
Tiger Woods, right? The TW
yeah.
logo
It's
and
kind of like
stuff
the
comes with
Jordan
him.
logo.
So
Like,
now he just has to find somebody to make it
yeah.
and distribute it. So
I saw some betting odds on who his next apparel partnership is with. And just so listeners, if you're interested, it's plus 4,000 on Adidas. But you want to know who's got a little better odds than that at plus 2,500, Kenny?
who
Kirkland's signature.
for Tiger Woods stuff for his
For
ball
Tiger
sponsor
for to
for
be his he's
his
got
clothing sponsor.
Kirkland's they
Kirkland's
got
gonna make the Tiger Woods gear.
no,
That's a great.
they just got such strong odds. By the way,
That's
Kirkland irons
actually
are out. Kirkland irons are out. They just did a reload. I don't know if they're still out and available, but as earlier this weekend or this week they were. I'm telling you, keep your eyes. $499 for some blades. Okay. $499 for some legit blades. 90-day return policy. They got if you're interested in them, oh, they're out of stock already. These things are flying off the shelf, bro. It's not even
weird.
like every time they come up, they fly off the shelf. I mean, there's a couple of product reviews out there, like some YouTube videos and shit that people are just like, dude, this is a great, you know, golf club for the price. It's not a top tier golf club when it comes to like some of those elite TaylorMade or Titleist or Cobra clubs, but it's legit good, dude. It's out there. Keep your eyes out. You could buy a whole set, Costco, all blades, tungsten, fucking forged. Let's let's go. Two per member.
Read the reviews before you buy them. That's all I
Bro,
gotta say.
they got 5 stars.
They just started.
They got 31 5-star reviews.
31.
I
Give it some time.
watched like
Read the golf.com robotic arm testing review.
oh,
Just
is it
saying,
crazy?
man, if you miss one direction, you're gonna miss a little bit more of that direction.
Oh yeah, like my game is not blade worthy, so I'm not.
That's true, I guess. It's a good
That's
thought.
the one thing that I watched like a YouTube video on a guy who like just played around with them, and he was like um he kept using like the phrase like game assisting clubs versus pro player clubs.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I need more game assisting clubs.
Yeah, that's what I have. The pings, like the game
Yeah.
assisting, cavity back,
Cavity
super
back.
forgivable. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
you mishit that, but oh shit, you still found the green?
oh
That's that's
yeah.
that's what I'm all about.
I'm with you
Well,
there 100%, dude. I'm with you there. Kenny, and I think everybody else in the great country of Madagascar, in the great listening base that is the two homies chatting pod heads,
yeah,
and uh I think we're all wishing you some good juju this weekend, man. I think we're all hoping that the brownies pull it out,
thank you.
you know.
If it
And
feels weird to have people outside the fan base kind of like rooting for you for the story. It's a little bit of a different feeling, and I think every single Browns fan is just super pumped on it and grateful. So fired
yeah,
up.
dude. You should be. Like I hope
I
you
am.
are. Like it's if there's one thing I've learned is how special the playoffs are, you know?
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy it, bro. Go
Thank you.
Brownies.
Yeah, dog pound.